everybody, my name is Yasmin Ellis and welcome to Londonist DMC's YouTube channel. Today I'm here with my new friend Shiash, all the way from India, Mumbai, who's studying at university here in England. So, first of all, how are you?
I'm good, thank you, and thank you for having me, Yasmin. How are you?
Very good. Excited to have this interview with you.
Me too, me too. I was super excited. Very kind of you guys, invite me here, so I'm excited too.
Bless you. First of all, tell me, which university do you go to and what subjects?
So I'm studying Masters in Business Administration, and I'm specializing in international marketing, and I'm studying at Coventry University, London campus.
Wow. It is mouthful. It sounds intimidating.
It does. It
Is
does
it?
sound fancy. It is. It is. I mean, marketing has something which is always, it's taken my eye. Like I really enjoy the field. So I mean, I enjoy studying marketing, and that forte of, that field of study has something which has always been exciting for me. So yeah, it's been great. It's been great.
Yeah, so are you an international student?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I started my course in January this year. That's 2022. So, yeah, I'm an international student. I came down all the way from Mumbai to do my course.
And what's the reputation of English universities like in Mumbai?
So, in India in general, I feel, flying abroad and studying for your master's is it's a very common trend. And UK education has always seen at par. I mean, it's always seen with very good views. So I think studying abroad, and especially UK, has a lot of value in India, if I'm not wrong. Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
amazing. So tell me a little bit about the subject that you're studying and why you chose this very specific
Field.
field.
So I did my bachelor's in advertising from Mumbai University. It was a bachelor's in mass media, and my specialization again was advertising, which so marketing and advertising are all intertwined. It's all the roots of the same tree. So that in a way set a premise for me to jump into how a brand works or how a company works. How can a product be developed? How can a product be marketed? Because all of us have ideas, and all of us have product ideas or ideas in general. But what sells a product is, I think, the right kind of marketing, the right kind of way, the right kind of targeting your audience, the right kind of communication, how you present your brand. So these things play a very important role in today's scenario when everything is digital. Consumers become very intelligent. They know what they want. There's a certain kind of connectivity they want to have with the brand or with the product. There's certain kind of resemblance they want. They would want to be associated with good brands and with brands which come with a certain value. So I think these things always excited me, and so excited me. Hence, I decided, I think after advertising, my strong niche could be marketing, where I can use my ideas, use my creativity, use my knowledge to help a brand develop and be associated with the brand and grow and learn more in the field.
And I was just going to say that you just sound so passionate. And you know what? This is one thing that a lot of people lack. I have friends that are, I'm in my 30s. I have friends in their 30s, 40s that still don't know what they're passionate about. I feel like you're a very lucky person.
I mean, that's very kind of you to say, but all of us have dull days. I mean, I might be sounding very sorted right now, but then I have days where, I'm very furious. I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to work for an internship, I got to finish my assignment before the deadline, and this and that, and run to my university every day in the morning. So we all have our bad days, but yeah, I think one thing I would agree that I'm not there yet. I mean, none of us are. I mean, we have a long way, but I think I somewhere down the line I have a fair idea. I mean, how I would want to navigate myself in terms of education, in terms of my work field and industry. So yeah, I think that's something, luckily enough, with a very little knowledge and experience, I have a sense of what I want to do, but I just hope and fingers crossed they materialize well.
Let's talk about that very specific point, actually. So, let's imagine you've graduated. You could pick any career title you want. What would it be?
I think something related to a product or a brand. So something like a brand manager would be something I would really want to, delve into and work ahead on.
Is there a brand that you would dream to work for?
Oh my God, there's so many. But but the very good organizations like Unilever, I think it's one of the best. Not just because of the brand and as a company, as a corporate policy, they do really well, but also the kind of communication they use to connect with the audience, the kind of CSR they do, the corporate social responsibility, and the whole kind of brand image they have built, which is much more than just a product serving brand. They've come up with so many, so they've connected with people, or just me, I would say, at so many level and so personal that it's much more than just a brand. It's much more than just a soap or a perfume or a washing powder. It's much more than that. So yeah, I think Unilever is something which has always caught my eye.
Amazing. Obviously, you have found your little niche and what you're passionate about before you applied to university and chose and decided upon your career path. But what if we have some audience members who don't know? Would you have any advice for them? What should they do to figure out what they're passionate about?
I think one thing which I was very confused, to be very frank, even before flying down to UK, because when you come from a third country and you come to India, from India you come all the way to a different country, it's very different. How much of a fancy it sounds, it could be overwhelming. So initially I was very confused. I didn't know, should I do masters or should I apply for an MBA or just like a masters in marketing, MIMs and stuff like that, because a lot of universities in UK have some tremendous courses in masters in marketing. But I did my little research and I made up my mind that MBA would be certain. I would be certain in doing an MBA and not just masters. So if anybody who plans to come down, I think first they should have a look at what they have done before, because I think as what you studied in your graduation has a lot to do with how you could pursue with your masters if you're coming down for your masters. But again, it is not necessary you have to study what you have studied before. You can do a master's, you can be a law student, and you can come down and study marketing. So I think that is the beauty of studying in UK. I think it gives you equal opportunities, and it doesn't judge you of what you've done before and where you come from. So in case I come from in terms of education, if I study something which has not been related to marketing, I can still come down, and if I'm passionate towards learning something new, so I think I can do that. So I think that this is one thing everybody should keep in mind if someone is planning to come down, that choose what you like, because I think there's opportunity for every field and every thing you want to do. So I think if you select what you enjoy, like I somewhat selected marketing because I'm so passionate about it. So if you select something which you enjoy, you would enjoy the learning process, and I think that will help you, at the later part of your career when you find a job, because then it will stimulate for you to get into something better.
Wise
So, yeah.
words.
Oh my.
Okay, so obviously you're from India.
Yeah.
When you came here for university, was that the first time that you've been to England, or did you already know the area and everything?
Yeah, so it was my first time in England, but I've traveled quite a bit in Europe and Asia as well. So I had a fair idea of coming abroad.
Yeah.
But then it was my first time in UK per se, like moving out of the house and finding my own apartment and daily bills. So yeah, it was an
Wow.
experience. Yeah.
Did they provide you with any support? Obviously, you're an international student. It must be crazy. You're like, where am I? What is this place?
So universities do have a certain kind of student accommodations and tie-up, which my university also did. But I think I got a bit late to the race, so I chose an accommodation outside. No, I didn't choose a student accommodation because I think they got full, they got pretty full, before I could even book one. So the college did give kind of direction to us, if you want to do accommodation and stuff like that. So they had provided certain kind of facilities and help. Yeah.
Let's go back to the first day at university. Obviously, you got accepted, you got your letter, you moved here, you moved into your house, you're at uni. Like,
Yeah.
you don't know where you're going, you don't know who these people are, you don't have any friends. What was your first day like?
I was late to start with. I think I was about 5 minutes late. But yeah, I remember the induction process. So yeah, again, I think there was some delay in my visa, from my home country. So I think I came a bit 5 days later. So I attended my the induction online, but it was fun. I mean, it was very inclusive, it was very communicative, it was very engaging, interacting, and it's really fun when you sit across with just unknown people from different walks of life and interact with them and know them and then be friends with them and then hang out with them. So it's a fun process, and I think that is one experience that I think if anyone gets an opportunity to come down and get that experience, I think they should.
Okay. And as an Indian person, do you feel welcome here?
Yes, yes, I totally do. I mean, every third lane in UK have five Indians. So to be frank, I don't feel I'm away from home. But and every third corner would have an Indian eatery.
Yes.
Where you see the whole long queue of line people waiting for their takeouts. But yeah, I think London has since I stay in London, so London has been very warm and welcoming, and I think that is the case for everybody, not just for Indians. I think whoever comes down from Europe, from Asia, I think London is a place which welcomes everyone, and I feel it's a salad ball. Everyone is welcomed and it's delicious. So yeah.
I love that. Okay, so before we finalize this interview, any final words of advice for our prospective students or current students who are watching?
I mean, all I could say is that if you're coming down from India or Southeast India or Asia, I understand there's a certain kind of baggage you come. There's certain kind of cultural baggage, emotional baggage. You're continuously in a dilemma. What should I do? This, should I do that? But I think what is more important. What I think the most important thing is give it a shot. Because the time, it might take time, it might sometimes not happen, but it's very important to be persistent and just give it your shot, and it will happen. And one day you will get down in Heathrow and you will try to figure out which bus should I take, where should I go, but you'll enjoy the whole process. And I think that is what you're going to remember like 10 years down the line.
Wow. I mean, thank you so much for coming here today. I feel inspired, I feel educated, and I absolutely love Mumbai and Mumbai University as well. I've visited them, so thank you so much.
Well, that's very kind of you, and really enjoyed.
Thank you. So that's it. Yet another student interview. What did you guys think about this one? Please let me know down in the comments section below, and please give us a big thumbs up because it makes us here at Londonist DMC super duper happy. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. My name is Yasmin Ellis, and see you next week. Bye bye for now.